Hi everyone, Alan here once again. Yeah, I've just been going through one or two headl- uh, a woman complained about Pontin Southport, about the conditions there. Well, that's typical of Pontins, isn't it? It's run by um, a company called Britannia Hotels, if I remember too rightly. Yeah, yeah. Britannia Hotels does not have a good record of upkeep of their hotels. Basically, what I am going to tell you is that Britannia Hotels are basically the slumlords of hotels, and they basically don't look after their properties um, at all well. At all well. Um, the chief executive of Britannia Hotel Group doesn't really give a monkeys about what people think. All they're interested in is taking your money, and that is it. Um, yes. Um, some of my friends have been to Pontins resorts, and the reports I get back are, shall I say, horrendous, and they're not that they're not good at all. You're better off going, you're better off paying going to Centre Parks or Park Dean or somewhere like that. At least at them sort of places, you're going to get what you pay for. But Pontins, when you actually go there, um, you don't have anything inclusive unless you go half board. And I've been hearing nightmares about the half board as well. That the food options that you're given when you're half board aren't that brilliant, and sometimes you want something hot for your food, and for your half board. If you have half board sort of thing, the half board offerings aren't that brilliant. I've even known people that they get their food and it's absolutely stone cold. You know, that's not a good sign to start to start your day even. You know, and they basically turned round and said, "Well, if you don't like it or lump it, that's how it comes." And I've also, I think it was one summer, there was infestation of bed bugs and other creepy crawlies turning up in chalets, and basically the cleaning crew just shrugged their shoulders and said, "Well, what is it to do with me?" You know, it's like the cleaning staff are actually born idle. Yes, you go to place to get away from them sort of things. It's worse than a run-down council estate, really. No, I know quite a few good council estates, but you know, it's it's really bad, and there's no enclosed staircase. Well, the staircase is a rickety, could easily fall through the stairs. Um, but I think they really keep them like that, so that any rubbish that goes on the stairs you can basically kick off, you know. And yeah, Pontins Southport, well, all Pontins really are absolute uh, tips. Um, one set of people who I know went to Pontins, and they basically stayed one night, and they basically turned around and said, right, we're off, we're getting out of here, because it was dangerous. It was dangerous. I think it was the swings. I think it were the swings. The swings hadn't even been they hadn't painted them and everything with rust repellent or anything. It was rust. You could see the rust going through the framework where the swings were, and all that sort of thing. And when you actually went round the camp itself, there was absolutely rubbish everywhere. You know, they're saying, "Oh, we'll clean up" and all that sort of thing. And I'll be truthful with you. You were better off taking a tent. The state of those chalets. You know, from what I was being told by some of my friends. And yeah, if you ever go to Pontins, take a tent with you, because those chalets are absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that place should be condemned. They spent so many £1 million on a pool, and it's shut most at time. And they do have an old swimming pool there still, but you know, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend staying there, because basically all they're interested in is getting money out of you, and the place is an absolute tip. The whole like Britannia Hotels and Pontins are, the same company, Britannia Group, and Britannia Group, as I said earlier on in this video, is basically a slumlord hotel of hotels. I know there are other hoteliers who run similar outfits. They're not interested in if their hotels are safe or not for their guests to stay at. They don't really care if there's bed bugs and stuff in the places that you stay. I've heard even someone found feces splayed all over the walls and everything. They hadn't even cleaned the place. They hadn't got a cleaning crew in and cleaned it up or anything, and they simply didn't care about the visitors, really, because they do have to have a certain amount of how can I put it, hygiene, but at Pontins it just goes out the window. And yeah, when you go, say if you go to other similar parks, they really, really do look after them, but Pontins, no. Even some of the adult only parks, I think they've only got 2. I talked to a few people and they said, no, we won't go to Pontins again. I think they spend more on the entertainment than what they pay for cleaning the chalets, because and a lot of these entertainers you can actually see locally in your local town, because a lot of them basically do the theatre circuit, and a lot of them are has-beens. Yeah, like I can't remember what they're putting on this week, but I could find out. And yeah, they're all has-beens. They pay, as I said, they pay more on the entertainers than getting. But that you know, could be invested in cleaning up the place. And another thing is, I think it was a police force commented, when Pontins opens, they get a very, very steep up creep of crime in the area. Like, I'm quite surprised that the MP hasn't spoken to Merseyside Police about the criminality that goes on at Southport. I don't know how many times police have been called to the Southport Southport camp, but I reckon it's quite a high percentage. I understand that Ainsdale Police Station, it's only a small police station. I understand that they get called out to Pontins quite on a regular basis on a Friday, especially weekends when people get totally sozzled and camp security can't deal with it. That's if they have security, and it's not good. It's not good for the resort. And Pontins basically turned round and, if you had an Irish name, they basically turned round and, because they had a problem with travellers' families booking places there. But the thing is, if I was a traveller's family, I wouldn't even book there if I saw if they knew what the place was like in the first place. God Bennett. As I said, I'd rather have a tent than sit in one of their chalets. The place needs bulldozing. And it's the same with all the Pontins camps. And I said Butlins then, but compare that to a Butlins camp. Butlins seem to take a good, they look after their stuff. Their staff are, they bother about the cleanliness of the chalets and stuff like that. You can always tell when a chalet's been cleaned and everything, because they put like a seal on it to say that it's been cleaned and all that. And I've, like, a lot of my friends they move from Pontins to going to Butlins instead. Yes, you may pay a bit extra to go there, but you know what you're getting, and the staff are really friendly and everything. And if you do have a qualm about something, they do their best to sort it out and to make your holiday special, because you've paid for it, And the other thing about Butlins, they have more inclusive stuff. Like at Pontins, it's pay out all the time, And yeah, once you've done the calculation for it, all the stuff that you've paid out for, compare it to a Butlins holiday, you can you get more for your money on a Butlins holiday than you would for at Pontins, And I'm just warning you folks, don't go to Pontins and don't use Britannia hotels. I think we should all start boycotting Britannia hotels. If you run a business, please boycott Britannia hotels, because a lot of them, you know, they're not clean, they're not tidy, you know, they don't look after the hotels at all. You know, I've seen you know, better, cleaner places. If you really need to, go to the Hilton down the road, or Premier Inn. Premier Inn's a lot better than what Britannia is, I tell you. At least the rooms are clean. At least your bed linen's gonna be clean. You know. So you know, keep her, and don't go what do you call it, collecting the newspaper coupons from the Sun and places like that, because they send you to crappy places anyway. You know. Like caravans in the middle of North Wales, where you go to caravan and there's basically nothing there, just a caravan, and that's it. You know, you got to make your own entertainment, and your nearest pub's about 2 miles away, or something. You know, something daft like that. Well, I'm going to bugger off now. I've said my piece on Britannia Group. So if you ever see anything really cheap, be very wary, because it'll be most probably a Britannia owned property. So I'm just warning you. So it's bye from me for now. So it's 3, 2, 1, click.